Welcome to our journey into the fascinating world of microeconomics. Microeconomics is the study of how individuals and businesses make decisions and how these decisions shape market dynamics. It's incredibly important for understanding how our economy functions on a daily basis. Throughout this series, we'll explore critical concepts like supply and demand, market equilibrium, and elasticity. By the end, you'll have a solid foundation to analyze and interpret economic phenomena. Let's dive in and uncover the intricacies of microeconomic theory, starting with the basics that drive our marketplaces. Today, we delve into one of the fundamental concepts of microeconomics, supply and demand. These are the building blocks of any market. Supply refers to the quantity of a good or service that producers are willing and able to sell at different price levels, representing the seller's perspective. On the other hand, demand is the quantity of a good or service that consumers are ready to buy at various prices, reflecting the buyer's willingness to purchase. Together, these concepts form the cornerstone of microeconomics. The law of supply and demand explains how prices are determined in a market economy. When demand increases and supply remains unchanged, a shortage occurs, leading to higher prices. Conversely, if demand decreases while supply remains steady, a surplus occurs, pulling prices down. Understanding these principles helps you grasp how markets function and the forces behind price movements. As we move forward, you'll see how these principles apply in real-world scenarios and learn about the factors affecting both supply and demand. Stay with us as we dive deeper into the fascinating world of microeconomics. Next, we're diving into what truly drives consumer demand. Have you ever wondered why people buy more of certain products and less of others? At the heart of it, price plays a pivotal role. As prices drop, consumer demand typically rises. But it's not just about the cost. Income levels significantly influence purchasing decisions. Higher income often boosts demand for normal goods, while lower income may steer consumers towards more affordable choices. Preferences also matter immensely. Changing tastes, trends, and personal values can shift demand patterns dramatically. Just think about the surge in demand for organic foods or tech gadgets. Additionally, substitutes and complements play a role. If the price of coffee rises, some might switch to tea, a substitute. Conversely, a decrease in the price of smartphones could increase demand for complementary goods like phone cases. Understanding these factors provides a clearer picture of market dynamics. As we move forward, you'll see how these forces interact within the broader context of supply and demand. In the world of microeconomics, supply is shaped by tangible factors. Production costs are a key factor. Lower costs can lead to increased supply of goods, while higher costs can constrain production. Technological advancements also significantly influence supply. Innovations can lead to more efficient production processes, boosting supply by allowing more goods to be produced with fewer resources. The number of sellers in the market plays a critical role, too. A market with many sellers typically sees greater supply due to competition. Conversely, fewer sellers can limit supply, creating a less competitive market environment. Additionally, expectations about future prices can shape supply decisions. If sellers anticipate higher prices in the future, they may hold back on supplying their goods now, reducing current supply in hopes of higher future profits. These factors, production costs, technology, the number of sellers, and price expectations combine to shape the supply curve we analyze in microeconomics. As we move forward, you'll see how these elements interact with market demand to determine prices and quantities in the marketplace. Welcome to the fascinating world of market equilibrium. Market equilibrium is the sweet spot where the quantity of goods supplied perfectly matches the quantity of goods demanded. At this precise balance, the market self-regulates, leading to the equilibrium price and equilibrium quantity. Simply put, the equilibrium price ensures that suppliers sell exactly the amount that consumers want to buy. Think of it as a harmonious dance between supply and demand. When there's too much supply, prices tend to drop, persuading more consumers to buy. Conversely, when demand overshoots supply, prices rise, encouraging producers to ramp up production. Over time, these adjustments naturally lead to equilibrium. Understanding market equilibrium is crucial, as it serves as the foundation for more advanced economic theories. Grasping this concept will empower you to analyze market dynamics more effectively, making sense of why prices fluctuate and how markets stabilize over time. As we delve further, we'll explore real-world scenarios to illustrate these principles in action. Stay tuned as we uncover the fascinating shifts in supply and demand that disrupt this balance. Shifts in supply and demand can fundamentally alter market dynamics. Various factors, such as changes in consumer preferences, technology advancements, or production costs, can trigger these shifts. For instance, a technological breakthrough can enhance production efficiency, leading to an increase in supply. Conversely, a significant change in consumer preferences can boost demand for a specific product. When these shifts occur, the equilibrium price and quantity are impacted. If supply increases while demand remains unchanged, the equilibrium price typically decreases as the market adjusts. Conversely, if demand rises and supply doesn't keep pace, prices are likely to go up. To illustrate, think about the smartphone market. The introduction of groundbreaking features often triggers a surge in demand. At the same time, advancements in manufacturing techniques can increase supply. The resultant market equilibrium reflects these dynamic changes. Let's examine specific real-life examples. The global oil market often experiences shifts due to geopolitical events, affecting both supply and demand. Similarly, shifts in consumer preferences toward eco-friendly products are altering market equilibria in various industries. As we move forward, you'll see how price elasticity plays a crucial role in these market adjustments. Understanding these concepts is pivotal for grasping the intricacies of market dynamics. In this segment, we explore the concept of price elasticity of demand. Price elasticity of demand quantifies how the quantity demanded of a good reacts to changes in its price. But what does this mean in practical terms? Demand for a product can be elastic or inelastic. When demand is elastic, a small change in price leads to a significant change in quantity demanded. Picture everyday items like soft drinks or snacks. When prices go up, many consumers quickly reduce their purchases. Conversely, inelastic demand occurs when price changes have little impact on the quantity demanded. Essential goods such as salt or medication often fall into this category. Even if prices rise, consumers buy these necessary items in almost the same quantities. To calculate price elasticity, divide the percentage change in quantity demanded by the percentage change in price. This calculation provides a numerical value that helps economists determine whether demand for a product is elastic or inelastic. For instance, if a 10% increase in the price of a product leads to a 20% decrease in the quantity demanded, the price elasticity of demand would be -2, indicating highly elastic demand. On the other hand, if the quantity demanded drops by only 5%, the elasticity is -0.5, suggesting inelastic demand. Understanding price elasticity of demand is crucial for businesses and policymakers. It informs pricing strategies, tax policies, and economic forecasting. As we move forward, you'll see how price elasticity applies in various real-world contexts, shaping market dynamics and consumer behavior. Price elasticity of supply measures the responsiveness of the quantity supplied of a good to changes in its price. In simple terms, it tells us how much more or less of a product suppliers will produce when the price goes up or down. When supply is elastic, a small change in price leads to a significant change in the quantity supplied. On the other hand, inelastic supply means that even substantial changes in price result in minimal alterations in the quantity supplied. To calculate the price elasticity of supply, use the formula percentage change in quantity supplied divided by the percentage change in price. For example, let's say a 10% increase in the price of a product leads to a 15% increase in the quantity supplied. Using the formula, this results in an elasticity of 1.5, indicating relatively elastic supply. Conversely, if the same 10% price increase results in only a 2% increase in quantity supplied, the elasticity is just 0.2, signifying inelastic supply. Understanding whether supply is elastic or inelastic can help businesses and policymakers make informed decisions. Industries with inelastic supply, such as agriculture or natural resources, may struggle to increase production quickly in response to higher prices. In contrast, industries with elastic supply, like consumer electronics, can ramp up production more easily to capitalize on price changes. As we move forward, we'll glance into other crucial concepts in microeconomics that shape our understanding of market dynamics and economic policies. Consumer surplus is a key concept in microeconomics. It represents the difference between what consumers are willing to pay for a good or service and what they actually pay. This surplus is essentially the benefit consumers receive from paying less than their maximum price. To calculate consumer surplus, we examine the area above the market price and below the demand curve. Understanding this concept helps us appreciate how consumers gain from market transactions. In economic terms, consumer surplus serves as a vital measure of consumer welfare. As we move forward, let's delve into the concept of producer surplus and its significance. Producer surplus is the economic benefit that producers receive when they sell a good for more than the minimum amount they are willing to accept. To calculate producer surplus, subtract the lowest price a seller is willing to take from the actual selling price and then sum this difference for all units sold. This surplus indicates a producer's financial gain from market transactions and highlights their willingness to participate in the market. Understanding producer surplus is crucial in microeconomics as it gives insights into the health of the market and the well-being of producers. As we delve further, you'll explore how market efficiencies and failures interact with producer surplus. Market efficiency occurs when resources are allocated in the most efficient way possible. This means that goods and services are distributed optimally, where no one can be made better off without making someone else worse off. Certain conditions, such as competitive markets and accurate information for all participants, are essential for this efficiency. Understanding these conditions helps in crafting effective economic policies. For instance, policies that improve information transparency or enhance competition can lead to more efficient markets. But why does this matter? Efficient markets maximize wealth and create the best outcomes for society overall. As we dive deeper, you'll see how different market structures influence efficiency and why achieving this balance is a cornerstone of economic policy. When markets fail to allocate resources efficiently, we encounter market failures, disrupting the natural balance of supply and demand. Market failures can stem from several causes, including externalities, public goods, and information asymmetries. Firstly, let's look at externalities. These are costs or benefits experienced by third parties not directly involved in a transaction. For example, pollution from a factory affects the health of nearby residents who are not part of the factory's economic decisions. This negative externality requires intervention to correct. Secondly, we have public goods, which are non-excludable and non-rivalrous, meaning everyone can use them without reducing their availability to others. Classic examples include national defense and public parks. Because it's difficult to charge individuals for these goods, markets tend to underproduce them, leading to inefficiency. Another critical cause of market failure is information asymmetry. This occurs when one party in a transaction has more or better information than the other. For instance, a used car seller knows more about the car's condition than the potential buyer, potentially leading to a bad deal for the buyer and market inefficiency. Understanding these types of market failures allows us to identify potential solutions. Governments and institutions can intervene by implementing policies such as taxes, subsidies, and regulations that address these inefficiencies. By doing so, they can help steer markets back toward optimal resource allocation and improve overall welfare. As we move forward, we'll delve into how governments intervene in markets and the various tools they use to correct these market failures and promote economic stability. Governments play a critical role in the functioning of markets, often stepping in to correct market failures, redistribute income, and achieve economic stability. But what motivates these interventions and what forms can they take? Governments first address market failures, such as negative externalities or public goods that lead to inefficient resource allocation. Imposing taxes on activities like smoking or providing subsidies for renewable energy are typical measures to steer market behavior beneficially. Income redistribution is another key reason for intervention. Without government action, markets can lead to significant income inequality. By using tools like progressive taxation and social welfare programs, Governments aim to better distribute wealth and support those in need. Economic stability is also a priority. Governments use monetary and fiscal policies to smooth out economic cycles, mitigate recessions, and curb inflation. Regulations help maintain financial stability, while government spending during downturns can stimulate growth and employment. However, not all interventions are beneficial. Positive interventions can lead to a more equitable and efficient economy, while over-intervention can stifle innovation and create inefficiencies. As we move forward and delve into various market structures, you'll see how different types of markets, from perfect competition to monopolies, require tailored government approaches to ensure optimal outcomes. Each market condition presents unique challenges and necessitates specific tools to maintain economic balance. Perfect competition represents the ideal market structure where countless buyers and sellers interact freely. Each product is identical, and no barriers prevent market entry or exit. This creates an environment where efficiency thrives, as prices are determined solely by supply and demand. Imagine agricultural markets, where countless farmers sell identical crops. This competition ensures that resources are allocated optimally and innovation is encouraged. As a result, perfect competition sets the benchmark for the most efficient outcomes possible. Now, let's move forward to explore another cornerstone of economic theory, monopoly, where the dynamics shift significantly due to a single dominant player. In a monopoly, a single seller dominates the entire market, setting the stage for higher prices and reduced efficiency. Unlike competitive markets, a monopolist faces no rivals, allowing them to control the supply and influence prices. This imbalance often leads to inefficient resource allocation, as there's less pressure to innovate or reduce costs. Classic examples include utility companies and regional cable providers. Monopolies can stifle competition, leading to fewer choices for consumers and potentially lower quality products. Understanding the implications of monopolies is crucial for evaluating market efficiency and considering regulatory measures. As we move forward, you'll see how oligopolies introduce a different dynamic, with a few dominant players shaping the market landscape. In an oligopoly, the market is dominated by a handful of large firms, creating a unique dynamic different from other market structures. These few firms have significant control over prices and outputs, which can often lead to collusive behavior. For example, industries like airlines or telecommunications often exhibit oligopolistic traits. Such collusion can stifle competition, leading to higher prices and less innovation. Despite such risks, the firms in an oligopoly must remain vigilant to avoid getting too comfortable, as competitive pressures from potential entrants always loom. As we delve deeper, you'll discover how this market structure fits into the broader economic picture and impacts both consumers and businesses. Monopolistic competition is a unique market structure where numerous firms sell products that are similar but differentiated. This differentiation gives each firm a degree of market power, allowing them to influence prices. Consider the restaurant industry. Each eatery offers a distinct menu and dining experience. While this market variety benefits consumers, it can lead to inefficiencies, as firms don't produce at the lowest possible cost. Understanding monopolistic competition helps us appreciate how product differentiation drives innovation, yet also creates challenges for market efficiency. As we move forward, you'll see how different market structures impact both producers and consumers in various ways. We've journeyed through the essentials of microeconomics, from supply and demand to the various market structures and the role of government intervention. These fundamental concepts empower us to analyze how real-world markets operate and respond to changes. Understanding them is crucial for making informed decisions, whether you're a student, a professional, or just curious about economics. Remember, learning doesn't stop here. Explore further, challenge yourself, and dive deeper into the world of microeconomics. This knowledge is not just academic, it's a powerful tool for navigating the complexities of today's economy.